I'm going to attempt to survive the next 100 days in medieval hardcore Minecraft. Except there's a twist. There are 5 different kingdoms across this massive Game of Thrones map. To the wintry north was King Lagundo. On the upper west coast was King Sneeve. To the east in the Vale is King ForgeLabs. On the coast in the Westerlands is King Shadowmech, and on the southern shores of Dorne was my team, under the command of King Ryan. This map is massive, and it's definitely not vanilla Minecraft. There were creatures I had never seen before, mobs that I didn't know anything about, and entire loot tables that changed the game completely. Like look, all the zombies are now White Walkers, and almost all of them have armor and weapons. This scenario was far more dangerous than I ever imagined. Not only will there be alliances, politics, and wars, but on the final day, any remaining team will be competing to win the Iron Throne.
Oh, guys, look at the lushness.
Oh, we're going,
over
we're
there.
going.
2, 1, go. Yeah.
Go. All right, the sun's gonna get reset then, eh?
All right, let's get some trees. Or like, are we just gonna keep going? I guess.
I guess some
Wood.
trees and that kind of thing.
This big one.
At this point, everybody's voices faded off because we're using proximity chat to help keep the realism. After gathering wood, it was my objective to explore Dorne and figure out what's going on. That's when I came close to death for the first time in this whole event. See, these whales that I'm looking at, they will one-hit you in flat out 0 seconds. If I was any closer to them, I would have died. My team found this out because one of us actually ended up dying from these whales. So looking back on this moment, I considered myself lucky.
Sean, I thought I saw like a burger.
Kind of
It's
looks
so
like a burger.
iconic with him now, eh?
Yo, there's some
Honestly.
whales down here. It's crazy.
What can
You wanna
Wait,
try
there's
to
some
kill that
whales in the
walrus?
water?
Yeah, they're like eating
Oh my gosh,
the
there's some
squid.
dolphins jumping.
Yeah.
You want to try to
There's
kill
a
that
whale real
walrus?
close there.
I don't think it's worth it.
A
trying to kill
lot
that.
of dead squids.
I know
Because
that
Dorne
orca
was a
would be very
desert,
fun.
we had very little food to work with. So we used the forest nearby to gather what we could.
Why, hello there.
Crossing the borders?
We're allowed to like barely cross in just to get some like basic resources.
Like any good colonist, I started harassing the wildlife.
Oh, he's murdering it.
I have
that's
no
cool.
idea what that was. It drops nothing though.
I know what it's
Awesome.
called, but I forget. It's the...
Weasel?
No, it's...
Sheep?
No, it's like a legend.
No, there's like a sheep here.
Oh. Murder?
This is when Corncur upset the animal kingdom. Remember how I said someone died from a whale? Guess who? Guess who died from the whale?
Boys, I found a bear.
Oh, get the
Uh-oh.
hell out of there.
I don't know about that one. To be honest.
Yeah, bears didn't sound so friendly, so I stayed with my sheep over here, in safety.
Why, hello there.
Ahoy hoy. Do you wanna dig into a cave tonight?
I'm good for that.
Alright. Right down here, maybe.
Yeah, I got a stone pickaxe. Ooh, we got some copper. Super good for the, copper golem. That doesn't exist.
I'm just gonna dig in it up here, make a little home.
Alright.
And there in that hillside, we established Dorne's first cave settlement. Ryan?
Yep.
There's 3 White Walkers outside.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put a
Looks like
door
a-
up.
I see that. Hopefully they don't break it down.
I
If
hope.
they do, just yell. Very loudly.
You're just like right outside of proxy distance, like,
Yeah, and I'm just like, I wonder what's going on up there.
and then they come down the cave and you're trapped.
Yeah,
I hope you can
I'll do
find
that.
some coal soon. This place is dark.
Oh, I got some. I got 14.
Oh, beauty.
Can I just get like 1 torch? So I can put it in my offhand. Fun.
If you listen closely, it starts to sound like someone's digging in the sand above us.
That doesn't sound good.
Does that sound like they're like digging down?
It does. Now, if
That's
Sean
really
added that,
scary.
then
We're screwed.
yeah. Do you have any food?
I have mushrooms. I'm gonna try it. Oh, what the hell is the recipe?
It's a bowl.
two
then-
and- Okay.
Yeah. Here's some wood as well. That noise. I don't like. I'm gonna just go like down.
As you can see, I'm a Minecraft expert, so definitely listen to everything I say about the game and trust me as your leading source of information. We set up the cave a bit more, and then I went to check out the surface just to see what's going on. And then, as I come back into the cave, my OBS borks, and I lose all my footage from this first session. To summarize what happened, I built this giant cross so that we could remember where the mine was. Then, we went to the forest to gather some food, and then we got back to the mine, which is where we learn about the whale situation.
No. That was one of our teammates.
That's right, Cornker was the first person to die, and he's on our team, which definitely makes us look good, right? But the admins took pity on him and said that deaths don't count for the first hour, which was a bonus for us. Then everyone got to work mining for like a really long time. After this, I decided to take a journey across Dorne and see what I could see, and you would see it too if my recording had worked, but I'm just gonna play it on the map here to show you kind of what I did. I basically did nothing and came right back, so yeah. I came back to see a bunch of diamonds in our chest that my team had collected and thought I'd help myself.
Well, so what you see is there's modded armor that's like really good. And you just wasted a ton of diamonds.
No, did I really?
Yeah, literally all it takes is 2 blaze rods. Here, if you go into your inventory, it's called Maximilian. Yep. So if you just look up Max, that armor, stronger than diamond. So you just need some blaze
No
powder,
way.
steel plates, which is just made of iron. Smelt it down.
Well,
So,
and then how do we get steel nuggets? Or steel?
steel, you just literally put iron in the furnace.
Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry.
No, I just joined and saw it, and I'm like, well, that's
Everybody
8
on our
diamonds.
team has diamond.
No,
Like, everybody has diamond.
no. Where are they all? Actually, I want to yell.
Okay. It's safe. Head north to the inward of the bay that meets with the forest. There is another portal and some other stuff.
All right, I'll start yelling.
So as you can see, my team started building a small outpost on the coastline here, and during that time I was smelting iron into steel and starting the basis of the Maximilian armor set, as well as I came over to see the team and started building onto their base there and made it a little fancier. So we're gonna skip to where my footage actually starts working now. And as you can see, I'm still dirt poor, but the top half of my armor is at least slightly better than what I had before, and it's the basis of Maximilian armor. But to get full Maximilian, I need blaze powder, and that means going to the nether, something I deeply fear. Conveniently enough, our portal spawns right next to a nether fortress, and my team's already been farming blaze rods, so I didn't really have much trouble with getting them. Back in the overworld, I head to our cave, which has a nice mine inside of it now, and I start going mining, but I'm an idiot and didn't bring any wood with me, so while I'm down there, I'm collecting all this nice iron and gold and all that, but I have a stone pickaxe. So you can see where that becomes an issue eventually, because I go caving and get lost, and I don't know how to get back now, but I can't mine my way out because I'm too deep and my stone pickaxe will break. And then I get into trouble with some creepers and stuff, so real pro moves going on here. Where those creepers are is actually my only way out, so I have to get past them. But I'm really scared because, again, this is hardcore, and if I die, I'm gone. I muster the courage to get past the creepers, but then kick myself for not bringing wood because I found diamonds and can't mine them. I make it to the surface and head back to our outpost and start digging a base underneath the base, just for me. Nobody has to know about it. I now had my own secret lair, but it needed a mine, so I dug a staircase down and put stairs so it was nice and easy to use, and I had my own personal mine. There we go. So I started mining for quite a bit, and it paid off because I made my first diamond pickaxe, and then I kept mining some more. So it was back to the nether to grab some more blaze rods, and then I decided to spoil myself with a full set of Maximilian armor, the best armor in the game. Satisfied with my progress, I hide my base underneath the carpet, and it was perfect timing because I see my teammate Welcomin coming by. Hello.
We're at the other base, by the way.
Good to know there's another base.
It's over here. I'm working on building one of the 2 archer towers right now.
Is this going to be our main setup?
Yeah, this will be the main stuff. That over there is the outpost, which we'll still have to build up, but not right now.
And then it started to hit me. Welcomin is in full netherite. They're building a giant base in the mountains. They have a tower and a wall, and they have enchanted gear. And here I am, scrounging for diamonds like a peasant. It's good to see I was actually on a team that knew what they were doing.
We got quite a bit done.
Seriously.
I like this, I like this area, this setup in here.
What's your gear looking like? You
Got
have the-
Maximilian, but no enchants.
Yeah. I have probably gathered like 500 levels for this and the other stuff that I have. Look at that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that'll be...
Lagging a little bit too
That's
much to take on a
baller.
whole horde, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I've got that, and then my netherite is P3 and 4 right now. So
Damn.
I'm working on... It's... There's no more quartz in the nether, I'll tell you that. I've gone hundreds, if not thousands of blocks around our portal. There's no more quartz.
I figured since we had an enchanting table and I was behind that it was time to start grinding mobs for some XP. And this is when I found my favorite bow I've ever had. With Unbreaking 3, Power 3, and Infinity, this thing stuck with me for the rest of the game. Check out this OP bow that this skeleton dropped.
Oh,
I can't wait for it to either be amazing or just terrible.
Probably terrible.
okay, this is honestly completely terrible to mine, except the Infinity. My bow is actually good.
Mending, yep.
Yeah.
Power 4, damn. Then I decided to light the pathway between our 2 bases to keep it more safe, and in the effort of doing so, I got aggroed by 2 Endermen at the same time, and almost died again. Help, 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 help! Holy crap, random
There's
aggro.
one more, there's one more.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
word. What are you at? What are you at?
Like 3.5.
Oh boy.
They just randomly came at me.
I'm building the tower edge here. Help, 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 help.
Oh my god. On my way back to the outpost, I see some bears, and you know how bears can climb trees? Well, that's what I was scared of, so I built an extra large tower to be able to harass them and hopefully stay safe this time. Yeah, then back at the outpost, I start building the walls around there. Because I feel like if our main base didn't have the walls up yet, we at least needed something to fall back on, and now was the perfect time to do that. I decided to use up the blackstone I had collected when I was mining. I felt like the blackstone with the sand and the desert really contrasted well and made it look good. Then I added some detail work around the walls and made an area you could perch up at the very top if you had some invaders coming by. And once I had finished the entrances, my build session was complete. The next day I hop online and I come to our main base and see that Welcomin had finished our front wall, and it looked amazing. I hopped online because we were expecting a visitor from another kingdom, and this was going to be our first interaction with other parties on this server. Yo.
Yo,
Hello.
things are about to get fun.
Indeed.
Lagundo's coming, or who?
Looney. That would work out well.
And at this point, Looney left and went back home, but then Ryan and Welcomin shared their plan with me, and it was very devious.
Deal.
All right, he's out of earshot.
All right.
That was the biggest thing.
I think I'm gonna go
Sure.
scout Shadow.
Okay. Yeah, so if you don't know the little dealio here, we got Welcomin as our assassin, and he is going to get rid of Shadow
Beauty. Today.
Yeah, that's the.
All
Yeah.
right.
As soon as PvP is on at 3:30 EST, 331, Shadow's head will be on a pike.
Beautiful. A man of few words. Up to this point, PvP had been turned off, but at a certain time on this day, PvP would be turned on, and the minute that was going to happen, Welcomin was going to assassinate the other king, Shadow. Based on the rules, that means we would inherit his kingdom. So while waiting for PvP to turn on, I grabbed some dirt from the forest and shuttled some wheat over to our main castle so that we had a source of food moving forward. And then we found an elephant. Apparently the wandering trader rides an elephant, and so we decided to try and capture it. What is this? That's crazy. Why do I have an elephant? Hey, welcome in.
Yeah.
I found something.
An elephant.
Yeah.
Can you tame it?
It's the wandering trader. It was like reskinned.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have him tethered outside.
All right, I have one more stack to place and I'll be out.
I'm gonna expand our gate and try and get him in.
Okay.
No, so it's yeah. I was in the desert and just randomly see this guy, and I'm like, all right, I'll tame an elephant, you know, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. So he can be on a lead, eh?
Yeah,
You want to bring him around this side and I'll open a part in the wall?
sure. I'll get my horse.
Oh, I know you're skinny enough to get in this. You just have to fit. Child, get in here. I gotta rebuild all this.
There.
Do we have a fence in here anywhere? Yeah,
Yep.
we do.
Here.
Heck you, elephant. Alright, now I gotta figure
Nice.
out how to rebuild this. Huh?
You like our prize?
Okay. What is this, dude?
Ooh, we could trade with him, but he has some terrible trades.
No, we just stole it from its natural habitat, apparently.
Oh.
It's called conservation.
It's called kidnapping.
Once the novelty of our elephant escapade wore off, I decided to redo the entrances of the outpost, as I didn't really like them that much before, but now I think they look a lot better. Then to add some decor inside and green the place up, I added some azalea trees inside and replaced the trunk with amethyst crystals instead to give it more of an exotic look. And then I head on over to our main base to add some decor over there, but I find our elephant has gone missing. See our elephant? Oh, no you didn't.
Wait, where'd it go? I put it on a lead and put it right here.
Okay.
The lead is here.
Well, we don't have an elephant anymore.
Where the heck did the elephant go?
How do you lose an elephant? Honestly. Like how? It's huge. Then I proposed to Ryan one of my greatest ideas of all time. Hey, I have an idea that I'd like to try.
Sure.
I think
Go
we
for it.
should make the entire desert in front of us one big sand trap that can absolutely fall down and kill anybody.
That's
Like-
one way to do it.
Like, if we just amassed enough TNT, we could make the whole surface of the desert in front of us just a complete trap.
I mean, that's true. I mean, hey, we just got to make sure that our allies are good.
And with that, I began the construction of the front side of our base, something that would intimidate our enemies and hopefully guide them in the area of the planned sand trap that I wanted to build. I put that project on hold and built some more amethyst trees inside of our main castle. And then I noticed I was close to level 30 and wanted to get my first level 30 enchantment going, so I started grinding mobs and finally got my first enchantment.
Sandstone over and over and over again. Getting more.
And I was officially addicted, so I got back to level 30 and did my chest plate. I look over our progress and log off for the night. The next day I log on and turns out Welcomin had assassinated Shadow Mech.
I had pot strength too, and I hit him twice. He didn't hit me at all. He jumped off the wall, tried to God Apple, by the way. He had a God Apple. And I crit him out again and he died.
Nice.
Protag and I were gonna go check out Shadow's base. You wanted to come?
Oh, absolutely. I got banners. Yeah, we can slap those all over the place.
So we left Dorne to see our new territories, and this was Ryan and I's first time leaving Dorne and experiencing the grand scale of the map. We arrive at Shadow's base and poke around and see what he's got going on.
He's got villagers.
I think those are zombie villagers that need to be converted.
No, these are regular villagers right here. Bro, Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Feather Falling. I'm so glad we killed this guy. Let's get mending. Oh my god.
Honestly.
What? This guy had
Oh,
everything. Conversion room. There was so much more geared than I thought. Like when I took on Shadow, he had a lot better stuff than I expected. Oh, they have so many pots. They're Invis, Fire Res, Instant Health, Regen. So much diamond armor. What in the world? We have to go to the Nether.
That's a lot of potions, you're right.
What?
Oh!
Wait, I want to see.
Strength. Oh my god.
Bro, what?
Level 30
And
enchant
I killed
table
this
over here?
guy. He had all this stuff on him, too. Like, he had all these pots.
That is astonishing to me.
The fact that he had
You
all
could
that
you could have gotten whooped.
I could have, if he hit me.
What
He
weapon
didn't-
was he using?
Obviously, he wasn't prepared, but he had all of that stuff on him.
So, the biggest thing being, we need to figure out the relationship that Shadow and Sean had,
Yeah.
because that's worrying, or any other relationships that he could have.
Yeah. 'cause
So, if there's any books, we need to read those.
Let's do some search for some books. Oh,
Oh.
look who's here. Now, I guess we can just ask the man.
Sorry, I just disconnected.
Nah, you're all good. But
So
yeah,
what's up?
not much. We were just kind of looking around, but that tower there is crazy, crazy tall. We were looking at it from the inside. Whew. Yeah, it's really impressive what you guys built in this short of a time, though.
Yeah, I'm just a little confused though. Why are you guys here?
Oh, we're just looking around, placing banners around, that kind of thing.
For what?
Um,
You can't play spanners.
I mean, technically, didn't I take you over?
No,
I thought that's
Um,
what Sean said.
no, you weren't online, so it doesn't count. You have to be online for it to work.
After a very long and confusing conversation, it was established that our team had unknowingly broken the rules, that Ryan had to have been online at the same time that Welcomin assassinated Shadow, and Welcomin had to use TNT to break the walls instead of parkouring over them. So we were unclear on these rules, and this set us back majorly. Well, the thing is, like, we're at a significant disadvantage now, you know, in terms of
Yeah,
they know.
that was the whole point.
Yeah.
That I was trying to make
would
there at the
that
end.
Clear to Sean. If we don't proceed like this, then we're at a huge disadvantage for either a siege or war, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the whole point of the assassination was to do that in a way that would be
Sneaky. Yeah.
putting less of my people at risk.
With Shadow and his allies now privy towards our hostile intent, we had to prepare for conflict, and we had no idea where it was going to take place. So I quickly prioritized building the rest of our front defenses, including a moat and a wall of cactus.
You're making a moat?
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, like, if you think about it, if someone tries to TNT our walls, the TNT falls through gravity, hits the water, and then doesn't blow up. The cherry on top, we officially declared war on their team. Back when we were at Shadow's base, we saw ForgeLabs' banner inside of it, which could indicate that they had a potential alliance going on. Since we were now at war, I figured it was time to scout ForgeLabs' base and see what he had going on. I took a boat along the east coast throughout the middle of the night. I landed south of the Fingers and began investigating the Erie to see where his base might be. Looks like we found it. I wasn't sure if this was it, so I had to get closer to confirm. The dangerous part was that ForgeLabs and Robert, his teammate, were online right now. The phantoms blew my cover. If ForgeLabs came back to his base and saw these phantoms flying around, he'd know exactly what's up. So I got out of there as fast as I could. I traveled west until I hit the ocean, then I took a boat down south, back to Dorne. But along the way I found Shadow's dock and thought, hey, we're at war. This ship, this is mine now. So I stole their sailboat and parked it in the desert where he would never find it. War was on the horizon and I had to prepare. I spent a few hours grinding mobs and enchanting the rest of my gear. I logged on the next day to find our netherwort farm had been completely stolen. No one knows who took it. I also find out that because the assassination attempt was against the rules, Welcomin wasn't so happy about that and he went full sweat mode.
No, it's a flame-bladed sword. Does 14.2, inflicts non-healing wounds, so for 10 seconds your hearts disappear.
What?
Like, if I hit you right now, you would lose 5 hearts and your max would be 5.
That's
For
crazy.
10 seconds. Yep, it does 4% armor piercing, 0.4 plus reach, and I have sharpness 4 on it. And it's netherite.
That's-
Literally yesterday, in armor that was like 1 tier lower than yours, I almost one-shot Scavenge. He was at 10 hearts, and I hit him, and he went down to 1.5, and he lost 5.
What?
Yeah, and then that was the blank diamond version.
And this is netherite enchanted.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing I'm gonna do is the first thing I'm gonna break someone's shield with my axe because it's already got sharp 5. So if I even land a hit with it, it'll still do great. Then I'll block until I can use this, and then just disappear their hearts.
Damn.
They'll be shocked. Like if they're not dead in one hit, they'll be looking down and like, I don't have any hearts.
Are you more open to trapping the entire desert in front of us now?
As long as it doesn't affect the look of the cast, I don't really care. I'm done building that tower I was gonna do. Like I'll probably finish it at some point, but right now I'm sick of building. I built for 3 days.
Yeah.
Do this whole thing, so I'm not really interested right now.
Yeah. No, I was gonna maybe do like a whole TNT layer under the surface.
Go for it. I don't really have an issue with that.
Cool. And so began the most important project I would build in this entire event. I dug out the boundary and got going.
You gonna have enough TNT for this?
I could space it out appropriately, and we'll do a bunch of signs too. It'll be a huge pitfall kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yep. Thank you.
Have fun.
I won't. I can't lie, even though this was technically a boring project, it was very satisfying.
We received a message from Sean. I'm gonna let Ryan read it later, but I may have peeked. And he basically just said he cannot send an ambassador since he only has 3 people on his team. You know, he lacks numbers. So he wants us to send one to him. So it looks like I'll be going on a mission soon.
So do you want to go right now?
Yeah. He's online, may as well not stall this. And he's got Robert as protection.
Would you like to take our new boat?
Do we have a new boat?
Yeah, I left a sign right here. Took a boat.
Okay. I mean, I just thought of regular boats.
He is
All right.
in the north. There's a fork in the river. You'll see it on the map. It's in the Erie, just west of the Fingers. There's a river that forks into 2. He is on one end of the fork. Welcomin went off to visit ForgeLabs, and I continued work on the pit.
Hey, protagonist.
Oh,
So, Sean sent a message back, and he apparently doesn't want Welcomin to be sent. And so, of course, I just sent a message to Welcomin, and I hope that he turns around. But would you be willing to meet with Sean?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like the hole?
It's large.
It's a big hole.
It's a big hole.
It's,
It certainly hold a lot of
stuff.
well, anything.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a hole this big?
I
Probably.
can't say I have. It's well, you know, in my formative years.
That's a good way to put it. Sure. Do you want me to leave right now?
Sure. I just gotta make sure that Welcomin starts heading back.
Cool. So just to brief you, we are TNT trapping that hole.
Okay, so then that's like someone walks over and blows up.
Yeah, we'll activate it from the inside here, and then it'll go kaboom.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that works for me.
All right. So can you remind me what this trip is about?
So this is about forming an alliance with Sean. And Welcomin has some stuff on him that we were gonna gift him.
All right. If you tell him to wait there, I'll be over right away. Hello.
Is that a...
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, is that protagonist?
Yep.
Sean, do
Hello.
not...
I'm not
Sean,
gonna do it to him. I'm not
Do
gonna
not
do it to him.
do it
Come on
to
in.
him. He's not... He's... Please, do not...
Come on
drop-
in. You can come all the way through.
Good. This is part of our... You're lucky I saved you from that.
No.
I saw
you
the
would have
chat.
you would have been face to face with a crocodile, okay? It's not fun.
There's a crocodile down there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a dropper.
Anyway, Sean, I think Ryan just sent him as I have no idea why.
Well, I requested him because I was worried about you coming specifically.
Oh, did you? That's
Yeah.
You're a little rude. That's a little okay.
Well, I was worried you'd come and kill us.
He could do the same thing.
Well, I don't know what his PvP skill is. It was a gamble.
0. I'd come and I'd die.
All right. Well, no, you wouldn't die. You'd be.
I'd land one
Yeah.
hit and die.
He'd be. We know where he'd be.
Well, no, I don't know what that.
Oh, you're wearing
We-
Kipley's armor now that there's 2 of us. I see.
I just
you take-
I took it out of the chest because I don't want Kipley escaping somehow and then taking the
Oh,
stuff. So I'm just
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
wear it temporarily.
Yeah.
Gets a spoon and starts digging her way out.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you guys out. Well, I'll send letters and hopefully we can
Yes.
come see you guys sometime.
Yes. We are glad to be in. I don't. Like,
There you go. I'll stand over here. Don't worry.
Okay. We'll see.
There you go.
We'll see you later. Hopefully either in war or in peace. But
Yes.
the next time we see you, it'll be necessary.
All right.
Nice boat.
Good luck. And thank you.
Have a good trip away. Let's go see Kipley.
Okay, so in between those bars is a pit trap to a dungeon where they have Kipley trapped. Kipley cannot leave, and they tried it on me, saying they were just gonna try and get info, but the door wasn't there.
To your
So I was
cell?
able, yeah, so I was able to walk out.
So it was a trap, or was this?
Yeah,
Ooh.
so I don't fully trust them.
No.
No, they obviously spoke words of you know, we just want to, we just wanted to make sure that you were on our side kind of deal. But anyway, so I do not trust them at all. They have their own goals. They have their own gains from all of this. So
did you negotiate a peace deal on the
yes,
surface?
we are allied right now.
Okay.
I gave them their gift. They thought it was good, and we're allied. And if need be, even though he has a small army, he is willing to back our plays. Although I believe he's against Lagundo, and myself. Not necessarily Ryan, but me.
Yep.
So what we need, when it comes time, he's definitely not going to be on our side.
Agreed.
But I believe if we really work it out with Lagundo, we can have a better alliance with him.
Okay.
One that's much stronger. So I might have to make a trip north.
So is Sean's kingdom something that we should look at betraying too, you know, in the final steps of things before they have a chance to pull something on us?
Sean's gonna need to be killed before he can be on the pedestal. But
Yeah.
I don't think he's an early game kill. His castle is trapped to a point where I don't think he's gonna die early. His castle is not for the weak. If he invites anyone there, just know that they are gonna be trapped.
So we should probably warn Lagundo right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to let him know that Sean is itching for just him, honestly. He wants him trapped in a dungeon.
Yep.
And he wants me trapped in a dungeon too, thanks to the info Kipley gave. But since we know where Kipley is, Sneeve doesn't.
Okay.
We might be able to work out a way to get Sneeve off of our back, allowing us to attack Shadow by telling him where his lost friend is.
In exchange for peace.
Yeah, in exchange for him to not help Shadow fight us off.
Right.
I'm thinking that's what we do. We're gonna need, because we need to
That's
be
a good
able
plan.
to just take Shadow on, and we can do that if we can get Sneeve gone.
Okay.
So I think we need to send a letter his way and let him know that we have information that he wants, and we have, or we need his quote unquote help.
Why, hello there.
So the thing is, okay, we have an alliance with him, but there are a few things.
Welcome briefs Ryan on the trap that he fell into, and I get back to work on our own trap, eventually finishing the entire pit. The way this trap is going to work is you place one sign at the corner of the pit, and every other sign covering the entire floor of this trap is going to be attached to that main sign in the corner. So when you break that one sign in the corner, all the other signs fall, and every block on top of it can drop down, which means I needed a lot of signs. Like, a lot of signs. More signs than you've probably ever made in your life. Maybe. We finished though, and we started to cover the top in sand, and it was fully hidden. So we added some decor on the top to make it look more natural and marked off the corners so we knew where the boundaries were, and now it was time to do the underside. We dug down 3 more layers to try and lay a TNT trap, but in my testing it didn't work out, so I had to scrap that and try something different. Then I get this piece of news.
Yeah, did you hear? We're like going to war in like 5 minutes.
What?
Yeah, our
With
whole
who?
team's getting on right now. Welcome is getting on, and Ryan's getting on. I don't know who the war's with, but I was just informed by Blissy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That is news to me.
I know.
I was not prepared for this. My armor was damaged, my weapons and tools were damaged, the trap wasn't ready. I had no idea what was going on. I was in full panic mode.
Shadow sent a message in the group chat with all of the kings, saying, and I quote, I'm scaling the walls if it doesn't happen soon, lol. Or I'll TNT it, I guess.
Okay.
So we're gonna
Which
have
makes
to
me
defend.
think he's coming here.
Okay.
Which is actually a better deal because we have all this freed up room just to run around and just distract.
Ryan,
have
come here.
the- I mean-
Ryan, come.
All right, you two work on that. I'm gonna watch the wall from their side. I'll be
Okay.
back.
Does anyone have level 30?
How far have we gotten? Okay, so we
I-
need the top layer.
This doesn't work. This doesn't
must have
activate it
taken
with
time.
the redstone as it currently is. We
It
need
doesn't?
to.
That's
No,
Yeah,
it didn't work.
It needs repeaters.
No,
Oh,
it's
it
just the redstone around it doesn't activate the TNT itself.
How long would you guys say this would take? Because it'd take me, I'd say, about 5 minutes for me to get level 30.
Hey, can you guys hear me up there?
Yep.
Can someone make me a bunch of repeaters, please? I'm gonna get this trap fixed.
Yeah.
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 Are you guys almost set with that?
Yeah.
Is there-
You'll actually be able to use it.
I'm done. Yep.
Nice.
Is there plenty going to the top? Because I don't see any.
No,
from the
not
top
yet.
down.
Not yet. Good point.
Okay. I would like disconnect the circuit.
Yep.
And then test it
Agreed.
to make sure that it goes.
Could you hop down there at the very near the bottom, just to test out, please?
Yeah. Did you disarm it already?
It is. Yeah, it's disarmed. 6. Okay. All right. I'm gonna flick the switch.
All right.
You there?
Yep. And you're good.
Nice. Okay. Do you have redstone to connect it?
I do not.
Okay, I'll come down and do that. So, if they are, we need 2 people for this, or 1 person, but
2 would be better.
between this cactus with the torches, then there's a cactus up here with torches.
Okay.
Okay, the torches are safe. Anything inside the torches are not safe. And then there's another cactus
Okay.
up here with torches, and then at the other corner. So,
Gotcha.
there are 2 levers. The first one is right back here. This drops the sand.
Okay.
And then the other one ignites the TNT.
Okay.
So essentially it'll probably be drop this or ignite the TNT, then drop the sand maybe, or vice versa, I don't know.
No, I would say drop the sand because it's a deep enough pit that they'll be stuck in the pit and trying to find a way out.
So
Then
we
you can
need
flip
we
that
need
second.
someone to make sure that they're within the zone, and then give a secret command. Someone's down here. It could be me. I'll flick the switches, and then
Okay.
hopefully, you know, we basically just need to stall at the front gates.
Okay, yeah, because if they come around to the front, I can just stand up there and be like, "Hey, let's talk this out. Let's, negotiate it from one thinking to another."
Yeah.
And then they get closer. Flick, flick, boom.
Yeah.
Should the signal be let's negotiate? Like that's the signal. What should the signal word be, Ryan?
Why don't you just say my name? Because I'll be down here.
Okay, yeah, I'll just say
'Cause they hear
protagonist.
our
I'll be like,
comms too, right?
yeah, they'll hear it too. So I'll be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
protagonist is
proximity
gonna come out," and as a show of faith, I'll say like, "Protagonist will come out." Flick.
Yeah.
So the keyword protagonist.
And so the tense waiting game began. We had no idea if the enemies were going to be showing up at our door today, or whether this was a false alarm. That is, until Welcomin came back from his scouting run. Oh, someone's coming over the mountains. It's
Welcomin.
Welcomin, yep. Is he being chased is the question. He's pearled. He's in.
You need to get
What's up?
Lagundo to send troops on the water right now.
Yeah, I just sent him a letter.
You need to. Okay. They have Kipley's out, so Sean betrayed us. Sean and Shadow and Sneeve are all working together. Kipley's out.
ForgeLabs have betrayed us. No.
Yes. So he worked out a deal with Sneeve and Shadow and let Kipley out. So she's in the fight. Who else I saw was the Little Red, Davenport, I believe. I don't remember. Iondis, Shin, Kipley, Sneeve, and Shadow were all there. So like 7 people minimum.
Okay.
And Ryan, if we do not have Lagundo, we will lose this.
It was now 3 kingdoms versus ours in this upcoming fight. If we didn't get our ally Lagundo to come down with his forces, we were screwed.
But Kipley had Maximilian and Netherite, so I have a feeling they're all going to be in our gear.
Lagundo, message me mail.
What do you say?
Nice. What do you say?
He sent a banner and said send cords.
Who would show up first, our enemy or our ally? Either way, we had to be ready. We had some extra netherite ingots floating around, so I got to upgrade my sword into a netherite sword finally, and it was back to the wall, waiting.
Wait, there's people.
Where?
Out front. Is it? It's Gundo. It's blue.
Thank God. Someone get down there and
I'll greet.
someone get down there. Yeah,
They
greet
have
him.
You want me to greet?
I have nothing in hand. I have
Oh
nothing
my,
in
we
hand.
got
I'm a
backup.
greeting.
Hell yeah.
I'm a greeting. Hello. Oh my God. I am not kidding. We have just got mail from Sean, and we would love to invite you guys inside. We have some big plays going on. All right, come on in.
Thankfully, our allies showed up first, and trust me when I say they were necessary. We gathered our members and briefed everybody on the plan. Lagundo's army would be inside of this building, hidden away, and only at the last minute they would pearl out and join the battle. We get into place and wait. And then the enemy arrives.
I love how we're all just looking at that mountain. We're just gonna all get shot from our right. Oh, boys, they're here.
Oh, they're coming. Guys, get on the walls. Protagonist.
Oh
Where do
my
you
Get
see
down,
this?
get down.
Protagonist, go down. Protagonist, go down.
Get into position.
Keep eyes on the back. Eight.
Robert,
Getting back.
what are you doing here, Robert?
Robert,
Hey.
Oh,
Hey, stop
Hey,
shooting
why are you
arrows.
people shooting at
you're
us?
shooting arrows.
Oh, I
Hey,
didn't tell
calm
them to.
down, man.
Tell them to stop.
What
How do you
to
guys know we're coming?
Oh, I
Oh,
don't
we can
know.
see you. We got eyes. So you are working with Shadow.
No, I just know that guy. I don't know. I haven't really.
You
talked
just
to
know him? Oh, and
Just
Sneeve's
know
there
him,
too.
Sneeve,
I don't.
Kipley.
Wait, Sneeve's here?
Hey,
What? How did
Kipley,
Sneeve
you look a
get
little
here?
less lost
Tell
there.
Matthias to stop shooting me.
just happen to be catching the same bus.
Tell him to
and,
stop shooting. Tell him to stop shooting.
Sneeve? Sneeve, get away from that wall.
All right,
Even
welcome in.
ForgeLabs is there. Dang.
Yes.
You said you could do
know
1
what's
versus
gonna
10.
Come down.
How
and
confident
prove
are
it.
you?
90, 40.
Oh, great.
Come on down.
That is not a good fraction.
Look.
Ryan, send him forward. Send him forward, Ryan.
He said 1 versus 10.
He said he could do it.
You guys are so loud. I don't like audio.
Nah, I'm not gonna risk that.
Come on.
You guys are so
Here,
loud.
here. What about a 2 versus 10?
Where's
You,
Laguna?
you coward.
He's at his
Gundo.
base probably.
He's
No, he's here.
Oh, right.
Here,
So-
load up Lagundo's stream.
No, that's it. Oh, guys.
I do not need to.
Hold up,
I do
that's
not need to
not-
see a
that's not right.
snowstorm.
No, we're not acting.
Now, how about
Oh, no.
how about I send 2 of my people? Could you guys?
Nope.
Do you guys think you could 2v10?
Nope. We want 1v10. Welcome in.
Welcome in. Get right down there.
Oh, we
Here.
were.
I'll send Protagonist your way.
Yeah, send protagonist
Does that
down.
work?
All right. I think that's
No.
the even fight.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Yeah, baby!
There we go!
Let's go.
I'm out of pals.
You killed him. Wait, I'm part of. Who actually killed him? Because I'm part of your
Get down
team
here.
now.
That's us. That's me.
All right,
That's
Ryan,
our trap.
I work for you now.
So should
there
we
we
press
go.
on an attack
Got him.
no,
Got him.
welcome
I
in.
got welcome in.
Robert, get inside the walls.
They build up.
Well,
What?
don't shoot
Sorry.
me.
Robert's on our
I'm in
team.
the hole.
Sorry.
I can't build on that territory.
How do I do such a thing?
Come around to this side. I'll get you.
Protagonist.
We could place blocks in
up,
their
buddy?
territory. We could go up.
Are you sure? Come up.
Where?
All right.
Damn, really missed every single shot.
That
Is that
was
you guys out there?
You guys done yet, or are you hungry for more?
Steve, quick, Steve.
Let's go!
Let's go. No!
Nice job,
No.
Robo!
Wait, what does that mean for?
Join us
Nick!
now.
Stop!
Wait, wait, wait.
We
Who's
killed
this?
Sneeve. We killed Sneeve. Sneeve's.
Oh.
Anyone who's on Sneeve's team is on our team now.
Okay.
Grady, you answered to King Snotbird. You answered us now.
Rofo! Stole my kill, but still Rofo! Let's go! Let's go!
Who are we fighting? Who is it? Rofo? No, who is it? Is everyone ours now?
I was the one that dealt the most damage, but Rofo got the final kill.
Is that seriously it?
Is everyone... Let's go!
Let's go, dude.
Yeah. Solid play, guys.
Rofo, come here, buddy. Buddy.
All right.
Let's go!
Let's head back inside, okay?
That went surprisingly well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I'm surprised about
that was almost anticlimactic.
We need to kill Shadow now. Not now, but like we need to kill Shadow tomorrow, because if we don't, they're gonna have way more people.
Well, our PvP god did just die.
True.
I'm surprised by
I
that.
know it sounds
Grady,
great,
like,
but
destroyed.
yeah, I'm not the greatest.
So, yeah. But good job on the TNT. That was perfect.
That was you, dude.
No, that
Good
was the
job,
whole
dude.
team. That was a team effort. That was great. Welcomin had given his life for King Ryan. Despite winning the battle and taking on a new kingdom under our reign, we were now pitted against our former ally Lagundo, who now had King Sneeve under his control. This was turning into a race to see who could conquer Shadowmech's kingdom and gain the advantage in manpower. I log on the next day to build a bridge over top of the crater outside. Our trump card had been played, and now it was time to prepare for the final battle. I decided my strategy would be dogs. Lots of dogs. So off I went to search the lands. After 4 days of searching, I had still not found a dog. But I did accidentally smack this kangaroo, and he started beating me. Right after this, I find my first dog, and I am very excited. Until a bear eats him. Like, what? He just comes out of nowhere and eats my dog. As it turns out, I was in the right area because I found 3 more dogs, which was awesome. And then I happened to stumble upon the endgame castle, the one we were going to fight over on the last day, and it looked epic. But guess what happens? A goddamn grizzly bear comes and eats my dogs again. These bears just sniff dogs from 10,000 kilometers away and come sprinting in to eat it. Like, it's unbelievable. I give up looking for dogs because clearly the game doesn't want me to be happy. So I think of another endgame strategy, something that would help us win this final battle at the castle. And I figure we should dig a tunnel nearby and have a small base ready to go and hidden away. So I dig through this mountain to allow us to approach and look over the castle. And then I dig down and underneath the castle so we can get right up close without the enemy knowing we're there. I set up our ladders for easy access, and then I head home and call it a day. The next day I log on and head over to our main base from our outpost. I'm the only one on our team online right now, and as I approach our front entrance, I see Shadow, our enemy, right outside our gates. As you've seen in the rest of the video, I am no PvP legend. I need to get inside now. I climb up our walls and look around for him. He's nowhere to be seen. Until I spot him inside of our walls. How is he inside? He can only get in through TNT and I didn't hear any explosion. State your business, sir.
No, I just noticed you have a huge hole on your wall.
Funny how that got there.
Yeah.
I wonder.
And considering we're still under war, I could make my way in pretty easy.
You could. I did have some alternatives I could propose that I was thinking of just yesterday.
What would those be?
Well, you are at a bit of a disadvantage. You know, 2 parties. 2 parties against you. Perhaps an alliance with one of them could help. Don't you
Perhaps.
think?
Maybe.
It's clear he wasn't here on friendly intentions. Like I said, I am no PvP god, and I need to keep the distance between us. I am not gonna win if this comes down to a sword fight. We go in circles around the walls. He tries to close the gap, but I can't allow that. I poop my pants, chug an invis potion, and tunnel out of there. I am not sticking around for this. My home was no longer safe, and the server was very dangerous. I take a boat north, towards ForgeLabs space to seek refuge. A little ways up the east coast, I start to see lights. Whoever this is, they're not supposed to be here. Hello.
Hello. Who's there? Who's there?
This
Hey,
is
who's that?
Protagonist. Hello.
Oh, how did you know we were here?
I didn't.
Oh. Well, probably leave, buddy. Carry on. Which kingdom are you from?
Not only was there an enemy in my home, but now there was enemies on the east coast right near our base, and this whale starts trying to kill me. I make it to the Eyrie safely to seek refuge inside of our other kingdom. But right outside the front door, I see a boat with unfamiliar purple banners. This was the color of Shadow Mech, and if I was being hunted right now, I definitely didn't want to go there. I build a hut inside of the swamp and wait it out. And then Ryan joins, spawning inside of our base under the threat of Shadow Mech. I had to get back. My fastest way would be to steal one of these sailboats and take the water down. That is, until I see the chat. We had a new king now. Under the leadership of Shadow, we had to win, so I needed to send the message about Lagundo's armies on the east shores. With half the threat gone, I returned home. I passed by where I had seen Lagundo's army, and they were no longer there. Maybe I scared them away. All I felt was somber. The once glorious Dorne had fallen, and I think it was my fault. I return to our main base and see a letter from Shadow. He explains he took an alliance with King Lagundo in exchange for destroying our items. I must have caught him as he was doing that, and that's when the battle ensued. Oh my god, he destroyed everything. What? I was done moping around. It was time to get serious, and I would never back down from a fight. The first step in doing this was getting the most god-tier sword in the entire game, a flame-bladed Zweihander. This is a sword that is taller than a man, but I needed mine in netherite, which meant I needed to go TNT mining. I finally made the sword, but I needed to enchant it. Sharp 4 knockback 2 sounds good. This thing one-taps mobs on a critical hit, and it steals hearts from players. The next day I resolve I need to get a horse, which means I need a saddle, and on this map the only way to do that is fishing. I enchant a fishing rod until I get Luck of the Sea, and then I get going and fish. While fishing, I see Robert, one of my teammates, gets slain by Weapon Knight, someone on Lagundo's team. The first act of violence between our two teams. I end up getting a saddle and then find this. What? What? So I claim my skeleton horse, but it has too few hearts, so I try and find a better horse. I eventually claim 3 and pick my favorite. And of course, you know exactly what I'm naming him. So I begin riding north. The final battle was drawing near, and I hadn't seen much of the map, so I wanted to take a trip around and see what I could see. Specifically, I wanted to see the north, the snowy north and the great ice wall. I can't find any entrance through the wall, so I go around it, creatively. And on the other side, I see Lagundo's starter base. This definitely can't be their main base because it's way too small, but once I got inside, I saw some coordinates to a newer base, so I wanted to check that out. I ride to the coordinates and scout the base. This is definitely it. I have to be extra cautious because I spot somebody on the wall, currently building or AFK, I can't tell. I back away slowly, staying behind the trees so no one can see me. I ride back to the wall to set up a temporary camp and think over what I want to do. After thinking about it some, I decided to terrorize these guys. They just killed Robert and they deserve some treachery in their life. I'll place some of that here and boom. Unfortunately, I wasn't alone.
Oh, they're here. They're here.
My party would be cut a bit short by the guy who killed Robert. I burn their buildings, I blow up their walls, and I ride away, satisfied. I ride back to Shadowmech's base in search of something to do. Hello.
Need help?
Just parking my horse.
I like that it's upside down.
Oh, he was born with this condition. I like the kangaroo army.
Yeah,
How do you tame these guys?
Parrots.
Oh, and they follow you like dogs?
Yep, and they attack, like...
With
Yes.
armor and weapons?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
And they heal, too, if you give them food.
Ooh, that's gonna be pretty OP for the end fight, hey?
Yeah, because I'm giving all of them food, but I don't have enough armor, so only some of them are decked out.
I'm messing with Lagundo. Do you mind if I borrow some potions?
Not at all.
All right.
How are you messing with them?
I put some holes in their wall, and I'm gonna go back and see if I can do something with their chests.
Oh.
Do my best. Trip them up before tomorrow. I stock up on a few potions, such as invisibility, strength, and healing. And then I plant a little chest at the bottom in case I don't make it back. Because I am headed straight back north, and I'm gonna mess with them some more. I arrive next to their base and park my horse. I chug an invisibility potion and sneak on up to the walls. My plan is to enter the compound and take some of their stuff and maybe destroy it. Who knows, depends what I find. As I'm sneaking outside, I see Weapon Knight. I think he's building, but I'm not sure. I head around the front and I can't find an entrance to their base. And then I see Weapon Knight is building a wall. He's kind of half paying attention, and I get a really good but really bad idea. Do you remember earlier how I said I wasn't gonna back down from confrontation? See, I could take him out right now, and they'd be down a good PvP player. You know, I'd have the ultimate advantage here, because he wouldn't know I was coming, and I start preparing for it. I take another invisibility shot, and I move forward with full intent to kill this man. I chug my strength potion, and I begin moving in for the kill. What kind of timing is that? He leaves as I'm stalking up on him? This, I don't know. I don't know. This was... I don't know what I was thinking here. But I kind of thought he would come back. And so I got closer to his position. And just in case he logged back on, I was ready. So I'm standing there for 40 seconds, let him get too far away and he ends up purling back into his base. I didn't have TNT, so I couldn't get in, and now that he had time to prepare, I felt it was best I left. And this is when everything started to fall apart. I made a completely stupid decision to swing by the base again and see if I could do something else. I start to take arrow fire and I can't really pin it down. I'm not sure where it's coming from. I hear him jump down from the wall and I turn to the field to run. He ends up chasing me, and I'm not prepared for this. I try to purl away, and in the confusion, I fall to my death, officially putting this 100 days hardcore to an end. If you want to see who won the final battle, you can check out the other guys' videos in the description. Subscribe for more.